Today, I'm going to be responding to a few viewers who wanted my opinion on the most recent shooting death that took place in Canada. First and foremost, I want to say that my heart goes out to the victim, a woman who was a wife and a mother. May she rest in peace. As far as her murder, from what I understand, it has yet to be determined if in fact this was a mob hit. In regard to organized crime, Canada is unique, as it has the Sicilians, the Calabrian Androgynous, as well as a faction of the Bonanno family. Canada's history with organized crime runs long and deep. Anna Sergi, a professor of criminology, in her book, Chasing the Mafia, details in length the androgynous history in Canada. For those of you who haven't read the book, I highly recommend it. A while back, I had Anna on the podcast, and we discussed her book. I'll add a link to that video down in this description. It's been reported this past Tuesday, May 16th, at 4 p.m., Claudia Iacono was driving in a parking lot where she owned a salon. A shooter approached her car and shot her several times before fleeing on foot. As a result, she crashed the car into a nearby building. Upon the arrival of the police, they found her bleeding from her wounds, and she was ultimately pronounced dead at the scene. Claudia Iacono was married to Antonio Gallo, the son of a former influential member of the Montreal Mafia. The elder Gallo was killed himself on November 10, 2013, outside the Forza Italia restaurant in Acapulco, Mexico. He had been deported from Canada the previous year. Gallo's murder marked 3 years to the day of the killing of Canadian boss Nicolo Rizzuto, who was shot by a sniper's bullet while in his Montreal home. It's believed Gallo, a former ally to the Rizzutos, could have prevented Nicolo's death, but didn't intervene. The Sicilians are infamous for anniversary killings, and it's assumed Gallo's death was planned on the anniversary of Nicolo's murder as a strong message of revenge. Prior to his death, Gallo adamantly denied his mafia association to a reporter. For the record, I am not a member of a criminal organization. I have never been a member of a criminal organization. I have no wish or intention to become a member of a criminal organization. This past March 15th, Leonardo Rizzuto, grandson of Nicolo and son of boss Vito Rizzuto, who participated in the killing of the 3 Bonanno captains in Brooklyn in 1981, was driving off an exit at 4:30 p.m. when a shooter in a black Porsche pulled alongside his Mercedes and fired several shots at him. Luckily for him, he survived the attempt with only a leg injury. In another twist or coincidence, both Claudia Iacono and Leonardo Rizzuto were shot at the same time of the day, 4:30 p.m. If Claudia Iacono's death is somehow related to mafia retribution, it would be a first for Canada. Similar to the shooting of Patricia Capozzalo, the sister of Fat Pete Chiodo in 1992. Prior to that shooting, Chiodo himself escaped an assassination attempt after being shot 12 times. The Lucchese leadership falsely accused him of being an informant. After his shooting, he became a government cooperator, and an order was given to hit his sister, who also survived the attempt. Antonio Nacasso, author and university professor in Canada, gave his take on Tuesday's shooting. I think there is a misconception about the idea that the mafia is not killing women and children. The history of the mafia is full of women and children who have been killed. So I think that when they have an obstacle, when they have to send a message, they don't pay attention to gender. They have to deliver a message, and that is important for them, nothing else. So we'll have to wait and see how the story develops and if her shooting was indeed a mob hit.